The walking dead are those who are not rising their vibrations, in which each of you that are seeing this are not being locked into the reality of a lower frequency, in then seeing that you are not in a cycle of reincarnation anymore. There was a time when you were on a path of then more reincarnated lives as the 144,000 light beings, in deciding to descend to come into duality, to then rise your frequency over so many lifetimes. From the interconnected nature of your higher self to work more with who I am as your Commander Ashtar, of who we are of the angelic realms, of the Galactic Council, of the Galactic Federation of Light comes a stronger energy field of light. This automatically upgrades you more into the paths of being galactic citizens, in then seeing the importance of continuing to shine more on the new earth, where you are the ones who have risen your vibration to exist beyond depression, into a natural process of light realities. It would not be possible to ascend without rising beyond all focuses of only outer focuses of duality, meaning a lot of hate, a lot of war, a lot of chaos, instead of unity consciousness and bliss. As you notice that large amounts of humans are still in a lower vibration in this world, and still need more reincarnations to ascend into a higher frequency into purity and oneness. Oneness then allows you to then notice that you are not locked into a lower vibration, then bringing forth a more conscious shifting into a harmonious intention to create from the dawning of your own awakening even more. This is not about stopping your light work, as you are on a path of creating endless amounts of service, in then transferring more of your energy into a path which remains rare in nature. As you notice when talking about ascending beyond death, how many humans are looking at you as if you are crazy and delusional for creating that reality, and it is not important to focus on those who are still in duality. Similarly, those who are not physically fit often look to those who are physically fit with a crazy stare, and much judgments, instead of acceptance and gracefulness. The lower ego self remains in non-stop judgments, and as a result those who identify with this often fall into the path of a lower vibration, of more arguments, of more fights, of more abuse, instead of empowerment. Through allowing yourself to then reach into the destiny of seeing that each of you carry the power to awaken more with who we are of the Galactic Federation of Light, of your angelic guardians remains a smooth process of evolution. The way this works remains in then seeing that the most serious ones that are rising your vibrations are placed into the most leadership roles of our higher vibrational realities upon exiting duality. This includes hosting a variation of amounts of our Galactic Council meetings as one galactic fleet with millions of our ascended masters, in then allowing for more service to help with Anchara and Maltusha, in then seeing many planets on the peak of Ascension as well as the Earth. This then transfers more honor in the divine plan to have those of you that are rising more interdimensionally to be placed accordingly to your service that you have provided on this planet. Who we are of the angelic realms, of the Galactic Federation of Light see who is working the hardest out of you, and those of you placing your all into Ascension clearly shows in your creations. This also includes the level of focus that comes with assisting in Ascension, just as clear as you notice a professional artist puts a lot of time and effort into their creations, with professional athletes putting a lot of efforts into their sports. The lower ego self feels that it is already at the top of Ascension and needs no guidance, similar to a professional athlete who feels that they are professional already, and need no training anymore, or any coaching. Within seeing more how this works, then each of you are open to the guidance from our galactic fleet, into then seeing that we carry an advantage in this whole Ascension process. Just as each of you that are aware of Ascension, with a large amount of humans completely unaware of this, then you carry an advantage. The lower ego self says, advantage? What do you mean? Isn't everyone ascending? The lower ego self is not able to understand the role of a higher vibrational reality, in which just as everyone is not a professional surfer, just as everyone is not a professional jockey, each of you are seeing that you each carry your own Ascension expert roles. All of our galactic fleet aboard our starships carry special talents, just as each of you has the 144,000 waves of ascended masters here for Ascension carry these in your own ways, with those humans rising their vibrations with Creator Source inside of all. This is not about trying to understand that all are Source. No, that is not how this works at all. But this remains about increasing the connection that you have with the Source inside of you. To clear this up, this remains not as a reality of trying to convince anyone with the lower ego self of our galactic communities, as if that was the task, then these transmissions would have stopped a long time ago. It remains in connecting to those of you on the Ascension path more, into your own inner connection that you share with our light crew into a fully conscious reality, shifting into more unity consciousness. The immediate destiny of the surface of your Earth remains with a 5D leap in evolution, in which your world leaders have already been informed about this shifting, and inevitable reality upgrade into a fully conscious surface. It remains now in the realization that those of you from the stars have made clear decisions to be on the Ascension path, to open up more of the chakras in your body, including the focus more on your heart chakra. Oftentimes we are as one galactic fleet have those who come to us through this form, saying with the lower ego self, "Do you know how long before we get to meet our star family?" Those of you as the star seeds, the light workers, the indigos, here to assist humanity, our family from the stars, and the more you realize this, the more you are able to greet one another more. The lower ego self then says, "I know. But when do I get to meet you guys on starships? I want to ride in space, and see all of your cool technology." The reality then remains of the intentions of coming here was to then carry out your missions, not to focus on trying to leave Earth already, to rise more of your vibrations within more. In reality, each of you meet our galactic crew daily as you travel into our motherships for regular updates, upgrades, and receive daily transmissions telepathically. The lower ego self says, "Really? I don't remember. When did this happen? I think I would have remembered that." The reality remains in being multidimensional, meaning you are split on the Earth, as well as on starships now. In expanding and awakening more into this reality comes with more ascension. We stand in pure multidimensionality. We are the angelic realms. We are the Galactic Federation of Light.